I'm going to walk you through the top 5 reasons precision shooters, myself included, choose Tikka rifles when accuracy matters. Whether you're a seasoned long-range shooter or someone just starting out, I think you'll find this useful. So let's dive in with reason number 1, and probably the biggest reason people rave about Tikkas. 1. Out-of-the-box accuracy. If I had to sum up Tikka in one word, it might be accuracy. These rifles are laser precise right out of the box, and that's just not my opinion. It's basically guaranteed by the manufacturer. In fact, Tikka guarantees a 1 MOA, minute of angle accuracy, from every rifle they sell. That means in plain terms, the gun should shoot roughly 1-inch groups at 100 yards or better with quality ammo. And you know what? In practice, many Tikkas do even better. The cold hammer-forged barrels on these rifles are renowned for their quality. I've seen numerous Tikkas, including my own, stack shots unbelievably tight. One experienced shooter reported his Tikka could shoot half-inch 3-shot groups at 100 yards. That's 0.5 MOA, and even managed about a 1-inch group at 200 yards on a good day, which is outstanding for a factory rifle. A lot of hunters and precision shooters will tell you the same thing. Tikka barrels are no joke. They're the same pedigree as Sako barrels, meaning superior accuracy is built in by design. Tikka sets a modest bottom line of 1 MOA, but many owners, myself included, often see groups in the realm of 0.5 MOA or even 0.25 MOA with the right LOA. For example, when I first took my T3X light out to the range, I was honestly a bit surprised. My very first 3-shot group could be covered with a dime, and this was the factory ammunition and a brand new barrel that wasn't even broken in yet. That kind of accuracy instills a lot of confidence. If your shot goes off target, you pretty much know it's on you, not the rifle. Number 2, butter-smooth action and rock-solid reliability. You ever get the chance to run the bolt on a Tikka, do it. You'll understand why this is my second reason. The action on these rifles is butter-smooth. I'm talking really smooth. In fact, many shooters say there's nothing smoother in this price range, or even at twice the price. Tikkas use a 2-lug bolt with a 70-degree lift, and the machining on the action is done to very tight tolerances. The result is a bolt throw that feels almost glassy. When I lift and pull back that bolt, there's no grittiness, no hitches, just a clean glide. It's so smooth that I've had friends pick up my rifle, cycle it a few times, and immediately go, "Wow, that feels nice." Now, smooth is great for feel, but reliability in feeding and extracting is even more important, especially for precision shooters who might be running stages or need quick follow-up shots. Tikka shines here too. The rifles are a push-feed system with a proven extractor and a spring plunger ejector. It's a fancy way to say it grabs and kicks out cases reliably. What I love is that the cartridges feed from the center of the magazine straight into the chamber. It's a very controlled feed. I've never experienced a jam or misfeed with a Tikka magazine, not once. And I'm not alone. One precision shooter actually claimed his Tikka CTR fed more effortlessly and smoothly than any custom rifle he'd owned. Keep in mind, custom precision rifles, with actions like Defiance, Impact, and others, cost thousands of dollars. Yet here's a factory Tikka outfeeding them. That's high praise. He specifically noted that chambering around in the Tikka felt smoother than in his custom Defiance and Curtis actions. I believe it. The feed geometry and magazine design on the T3X are that good. Number 3, crisp, user-friendly trigger. Moving on to the third big reason, the trigger. If accuracy is king, the trigger is the loyal queen, and Tikka triggers are excellent. I can't overstate how important a good trigger is for precision shooting. It's that interface between you and the rifle that can make or break a perfect shot. Straight from the factory, Tikkas come with a trigger that I personally never felt the need to replace, which is not something I say about all rifles. The trigger is a single-stage, very crisp break, and it's adjustable to suit your preference. Out of the box, many Tikka triggers break at around 2 to 3 pounds, with virtually no creep and a clean snap. In fact, a user write-up noted that stock trigger comes set about 2 pounds from the factory, and it's so good that it doesn't need a replacement. I agree, it's one of the best factory triggers in any rifle at this price point. There's none of that gritty take-up or sponginess you might find in cheaper rifles. When you press it, it's a smooth press, then bang, a surprise break, which is exactly what you want for precision. That consistency helps shrink your groups because you're not fighting the trigger or guessing when it'll break. Number 4, build quality, durability, and ergonomics. The fourth reason is a bit of a combination. It's the overall build quality and the smart design features that make Tikkas a joy to shoot in real-world conditions. Tikka rifles might not be adorned with fancy engraving or exotic wood, at least not the standard models. They do have some nice woodstock versions too, but they are solidly built where it counts. When you handle a T3X, you can tell it's made by folks who know their craft. The receiver and barrel are steel, built to last for generations. Tikka actions are actually so well made that people often joke they'll outlast you, and wear out a few barrels in their lifetime. Barrels are wear items that can be replaced, the action just keeps going. The bolt is sturdy and features a one-piece design with twin-locking lugs that engage securely. Even the smaller parts have been thought out. Earlier T3 models had a plastic bolt shroud, the cap at the back of the bolt, which some folks didn't like, so Tikka upgraded it. All T3X rifles now come with a metallic bolt shroud for extra robustness. Similarly, the recoil lug, a crucial piece that mates the action to the stock, was aluminum in older T3s. The T3X series switched to a steel recoil lug, which doesn't deform under heavy recoil. These are the kinds of improvements that show Tikka's commitment to durability. If you're firing thousands of rounds or using higher calibers, that steel-on-steel strength matters for maintaining zero and accuracy over time. Now, some people see polymer parts on a rifle and raise an eyebrow. Yes, Tikkas do use polymers in places. The trigger guard, magazine body for standard mags, and the stock on models like the lighter high-strength polymer. But here's the thing, those parts keep weight down without compromising function. The polymer Tikka uses is tough. In my experience, and echoed by others, the plastic parts won't get you in any trouble and will last you well. They're not in critical areas that affect accuracy, they're in places that make the rifle lighter and more weather resistant. For instance, I actually appreciate the synthetic magazine in my 30-06 Tikka while hunting in freezing temps. My fingers don't stick to it like they could to metal, and it's silent if it bumps something. That said, one realistic con. The magazines are a bit pricey if you want spares. Considering they're partly plastic, I won't lie, Tikka mags can cost quite a bit, often $40 to $50 each for the standard, and the 10-round CTR mags can be around $100. It's steep for what it is, as one shooter put it. But the flip side is you likely won't need to replace them. They're durable and reliable. I've been using the same two mags for years with no issues. Some aftermarket companies also make compatible mags now for a bit less, so options are growing. Ergonomics and stock design are another high point. The T3X line introduced a modular synthetic stock system. This means you can swap out the pistol grip to change its angle, or even change the forend width by adding different panels. Out of the box, the Tikka stock fits most people pretty well. It has a nice straight comb that aligns your eye with scopes nicely and a comfortable grip. But if you have particular preferences, say you want a more vertical grip for target shooting, Tikka sells alternate grips you can click in. Number 5, versatility and customization, plus lots of model options. Last but certainly not least, versatility. One reason precision shooters love Tikka is that it serves as an excellent foundation for various shooting pursuits, and it comes in a variety of models to suit different needs right from the get-go. Basically, a Tikka can be as simple or as specialized as you want it to be. Firstly, Tikka offers a wide range of models. There's the lightweight T3X Lite, great for hunting and general use, the T3X Varmint and Super Varmint with heavier barrels, the T3X CTR we've been talking about, the Tactical Precision Hybrid with 10-round mag, and even more advanced versions like the T3X TAC A1, which comes in a chassis stock for competition use. If you're into long-range precision competitions, the TAC A1 is basically a turnkey solution. Folding stock, adjustable everything, uses AICS mags, etc. If you prefer a more traditional style but still want precision, the CTR is a fan favorite because it gives you a heavier barrel and higher capacity in a more classic stock form. And if you're mostly a hunter who occasionally dabbles in long range, the Light or Rough Tech, which has a textured stock and sometimes a fluted barrel, are fantastic dual-purpose options. The key point's that no matter your niche, there's likely a Tikka that fits, and all of them retain that core Tikka DNA of accuracy and smooth function. Barrel upgrades are another area. While the factory barrel's excellent, if you ever shoot it out or just want a different caliber, you can rebarrel a Tikka action. In fact, the consistency of Tikka actions is so good that several barrel makers offer pre-fit barrels that can be installed without custom gunsmithing. They're shouldered barrels that headspace correctly on Tikka actions due to the uniform specs. SavageShooters.com. This is more of an advanced hobbyist thing, but it speaks to the fact that Tikka actions are precisely made and repeatable. One shooter on a forum mentioned that you can buy shouldered pre-fits because of how uniform the actions are. SavageShooters.com, which is something usually associated with custom actions. That means if you want to, you can turn your Tikka into a switch barrel system or just easily rebarrel to keep it going once you've fired many thousands of rounds. In my case, I haven't had to rebarrel yet, but it's nice knowing the option is there and relatively hassle-free.